Current situation: Israel versus Iran war, June 2025. The spark. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched direct airstrikes on Iran, hitting over 100 targets. These included nuclear facilities, e.g., Fordow and Natanz, IRGC bases, missile production sites, air defense systems. Iran retaliated immediately with hundreds of ballistic missiles and suicide drones targeting Tel Aviv, Haifa, Beersheba, Israeli military bases. This marks the first full-scale, direct war between Israel and Iran. Societal impact: Iran, Israel, and beyond. Inside Iran. Civilians in panic. 100,000 plus evacuated from Tehran alone. Fuel shortages, blackouts, and internet cuts have paralyzed daily life. Universities and schools closed indefinitely. Dozens of towns reduced to rubble near military facilities. Hospital systems overwhelmed, especially near Isfahan and Shiraz. Inside Israel, missile barrages have overwhelmed air defenses in some areas. 24 plus civilians dead, hundreds injured. People are living in bomb shelters for days at a time. Iron Dome and David's Sling are intercepting most threats, but at a cost of $285 million per day. Social media flooded with images of destruction in Ashdod and Netanya. Regional refugee crisis. Thousands of Iranian and Israeli citizens fleeing toward Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, Gulf countries. This creates pressure on neighboring countries already housing millions of refugees from Syria, Palestine, and Afghanistan. Why this conflict started? Nuclear escalation. Israel accuses Iran of nearing nuclear weapon breakout. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful. Proxy attacks. Iran-backed militias, Hezbollah, Houthis, have fired rockets from Lebanon and Yemen. Attacked Israeli-linked ships in the Red Sea. Internal pressures. Iran. Hardliners gaining power after death of President Raisi in May 2024. Israel. Netanyahu is facing political and legal crises and sees war as a legacy-defining moment. Risks to global society. 1. Global economic collapse. Oil prices jumped from high $85 to $143 barrel in a week. Reason: Iran threatens to block the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil passes. If oil supply stops, gas prices worldwide explode. Inflation spikes globally. Recession risk rises, especially in Europe, Asia, and Africa. 2. Global supply chain disruption. Commercial ships rerouted from Red Sea and Persian Gulf. This affects shipping costs up 300%. Trade of electronics, food, medicine delayed or halted. Stock markets crashing, especially in energy-sensitive countries like India, Japan, Germany. 3. Mass psychological trauma. Millions face fear of bombardment, loss of homes, separation from family. Children, especially vulnerable to PTSD, long-term learning, and emotional challenges. 4. Rise in extremism and terrorism. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other jihadist groups may exploit the chaos to recruit fighters, target Western nations seen as supporting Israel. Hezbollah and Houthis already escalating regional violence. How this could trigger World War III. U.S. gets directly involved. If Iran hits U.S. troops in Iraq, Syria, or Qatar, the U.S. might strike Iran directly. Russia and China back Iran. Iran is a strategic partner. If attacked, China and Russia may provide weapons, intel, or cyber support. NATO pulled in. If Iranian proxies hit Israel hard, and war spills into Turkey or Cyprus, NATO countries, NATO may activate collective defense. Nuclear detonation. If Iran uses a dirty bomb or Israel escalates with tactical nukes, global powers will be forced to intervene. Cyber warfare on US what EU, Iran, or its allies, like Russia, could launch cyber attacks on Western banks, hospitals, or infrastructure. Saudi Arabia or UAE join war. If Iran attacks Gulf Arab countries, they'll likely respond with help from the US military, and the region explodes. Possible outcomes: short-term ceasefire, global powers force a stop. Tensions freeze, but proxy battles continue. Prolonged regional war, Hezbollah, Houthis, Hamas, IRGC versus Israel, US, Gulf states. Thousands dead, regional destruction, oil recession. Limited nuclear use. Iran uses a dirty bomb, or Israel targets a nuclear bunker. Fallout, civilian panic, global condemnation. World War III. US, Russia, and China become directly involved militarily. Global warfare. Potential draft, economic collapse. Regime collapse in Iran. War leads to internal uprising. Power vacuum, potential civil war, or hardline theocracy. Finals thoughts. This war is more than a regional crisis. It's a global flashpoint threatening lives, economies, and peace. Without urgent diplomacy, de-escalation, and humanitarian action, the risk of a wider conflict or even World War III becomes alarmingly real. The time to act is now.